Hey there, it's Bryson 1 times for dollars. We're back at it again today with another 2-box penny hunt. Hunt number 24, boxes 51 and 52. We're still at 208 spots filled. But we're hoping to fill some more stuff today. We got a lot of holes to fill in this first album, 1909 to 1940. We got 2 boxes here. And while they are circulated, I don't see a whole lot of wheat cents. Never really expect to find any, but if you see one on the end, you know it's going to be a good box. Don't see anything, but you never know. You got to hunt it to find it. So let's get right into this box and see if we can find anything good. Roll number 12, and we got our first wheat cent here. It's going to be a 1957 Denver. Roll number 16, and we have wheat cent number 2. And this one's going to be a 1951 Philadelphia. Roll 25 and halfway point of the box, and we got wheat cent number 3. And it's going to be a 1953 Denver. Roll 28, and we got our 4th wheat cent, and it's now going to take the place as the oldest wheat cent of the hunt, 1946 Denver. 2 rolls later, and taking the lead as the oldest wheat cent of the hunt, we got a 1944 San Francisco. Roll 37, and we got another wheat cent, number 6, and unfortunately it's in really rough shape. Just barely made out it as a wheat cent though. And I don't think we're going to get a date. Let's check it out under the scope though and see if we can get lucky. Well, here's what's left of the date, and you can see there is an S mint mark. Unfortunately though, that date is completely gone, completely eaten away, and we're not going to be able to find a date. It always makes you wonder though when you see a S mint mark in this bad a shape if it's a 1909 S. I don't think that's the case though. I did check for the VDB just in case, but I don't see anything. Oh well, we got a wheat cent out of it though. I'll add it to the pile and we'll keep on going. Roll 46 and wheat cent number 7. It's going to be a 1954 Philadelphia. 2 rolls later, and we got another 50s find. And this one's going to be a 1952 Denver. We just finished up with box number 1, and we moved on to box number 2, and take a look at this ender. We got a real nice old one. You can see it's a 19-teen something, maybe 1919 or 1918. Really exciting. That's going to be roll number 5, and let's get right into this box. Roll number 3, and we got our first wheat cent of box number 2. It's going to be a 1946 San Francisco. Well, we made it to roll number 5, and we got this wheat cent out. And sure enough, it's going to be a 1918 Philadelphia. That's awesome. Nice old cent. Pretty slick shape, but I will definitely take it. That's over 100 years old. Alright, well let's add it up there. I'll check the rest of this roll and bring you back if there's more. Otherwise, we'll keep on hunting. Very next roll, and we've got another one. This one's from the early 40s, 1941 Philadelphia. Very next roll again, and we got another wheat cent, making for 12 now, 1955 Philadelphia. Roll number 12, and it's not a wheat cent, but we've got an old Canadian cent, King George VI. It's definitely a rare find for me, especially considering how they abolished the penny a decade ago, 1947. Awesome. Definitely thought I'd take the time for this one. That is a nice find. Add it up there with the Canadians. We'll get right back to it. Roll 14 to box 2, and we got another 40s wheat cent. This one's in pretty rough shape, but it's going to be a 1944 San Francisco. Roll 23, and we got another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1957 Denver. Roll 32, and we got a 40s wheat cent. It's going to be a 1945 Denver. Roll 34, and we got another older Canadian cent. This one's going to be a laureate portrait, or young head, as they call it. And the date's going to be 1957. Very next roll, and we've got another wheat cent. It's going to be a 1945 Philadelphia. Roll 43 of box 2, and we got one more wheat cent. This one's from the 40s, 1945 San Francisco. Roll 49, and we've got a double wheat cent roll. The one up front being in 1946 Philadelphia, and just behind it there, wheat cent number 2, 1958 Denver. Very last roll, and we got one more wheat cent number 20. It's going to be in 1958 Denver. I'll add it up there to the board with our other 58 Denver. Then I'm going to have to check for any errors and varieties, clean this all up, and I'll bring you right back with a wrap-up. Well, before we get into the wrap-up, I thought I'd take the time to notice this possible error. We got a 1960, and we're looking for the D over D. And we might have found it this time. You can see a line right there, and also right there. Now the one we're comparing it to is the second variety here. You can see it looks really similar. The same spots on the Denver mint mark there line up pretty nice with this one. Now it doesn't hold too much of a value. Looking here, F12 is only about $1, but it's still a really cool find. You rarely ever see these. So I'm going to flip that one up and we'll get right back with a wrap up. Well, we're back with the wrap up now, and here are our finds. We got 43 S minted copper cents. We got that 1960 D over D, RPM number 2. We got 11 Canadian cents, with the oldest ones being in 1957 and a 1947 King George VI. We also got 10 shiny copper cents, with the oldest one being in 1961 Denver and the newest one being in 1981 Denver. Moving on to the wheat cents, we got 9 from the 50s, we got 9 from the 40s, and we got that mystery wheat cent with the S mint mark. We also got a 1918 Philadelphia and a 2009 Philadelphia, which is a presidency, which we actually need for the book. Believe it or not, we still have that one hole in the newest album, so let's fill it now. Well, there we have it, the last hole in this book, the 2009 Philadelphia presidency. That's one of 4 designs in 2009, and it's the only one we weren't able to find through 24 hunts, 52 boxes, and we finally got it. So how cool is that? That fills out this album. There's still plenty of room for improvements, but we made some really good progress. Now let's move on and see if that 1918 is going to fill that other spot. Well, would you look at that? 1918 Philadelphia is also going to fill a spot, making for 2 new holes filled in this hunt. That's awesome. We made some really good progress on this older album as well. You can see we're making some really good progress on all 3 of these pages. We got some really nice stuff in there, especially the last page. We're now up to 210 out of 270 spots filled through 24 hunts, and I couldn't be more excited. Hoping to add on next week. You never know though. So until then, happy hunting and thanks for watching.